lived down by the swamp, down by the Tombigbee River, down where the trees hang low, down where flowers don't grow. Alligator jump from bank to bank, slide in the mud and down he sink. The bullfrog croaks, the old snake floats. Living in the swamp just ain't no joke. Wiley, you better listen to your mama. Wiley, you better listen to your mama. Wiley, you better listen to your mama. She knows about the swampland and the hairy man. Wiley's mama, she said, Wiley, the hairy man got your papa. He just might get you too. You don't watch out. You see, Wiley's mama, she knew all about the swamp. That's because she was from the swamp. And they say she knew all about conjuring and magic and things. Well, Wiley said, I be watching out, mama. I take my hound dogs everywhere I go. See, Wiley knew the hairy man didn't like hound dogs. His mama told him so. Well, one day, there was Wiley going down to the swamp to cut some poles for the hen house. He took his dogs with him just in case. And as Wiley got right down to the edge of the swamp, them dogs just take off after a wild pig. Wiley, he couldn't even hear his hound dogs yelp. And Wiley thought, I sure hope the hairy man's not around here now. But Wiley, he tried to be brave. He started cutting on those poles for the hen house. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza. Ah. When he heard it, right behind him, and Wiley turned around, and there he was, the hairy man, standing between two trees, grinning. Ooh. He had hair all over him, big red eyes, and spit hanging off his long yellow teeth. He sure was ugly. That grin didn't help him much. And he was looking at Wiley. And Wiley said, "Don't be looking at me that way." But the hairy man, he just kept looking. And then he started coming toward Wiley. Wiley went up a big bay tree. You see, Wiley, he saw the hairy man didn't have feet like a natural man. He had feet like a cow. And Wiley never saw a cow climb a tree, so Wiley was climbing. Oh, how come you climbed that tree, Wiley? Hairy man, my mama said to stay away from you, hairy man. And anyway, hairy man, what's that you got in that big sack? I ain't got nothing yet. Oh, get away from here. Oh, Wiley was praying that the tree would go taller. Come on down, Wiley. All right. The hairy man, he picked up Wiley's axe. He was going to chop him down. He chopped on that tree, and the wood chips flew. And Wiley grabbed a hold of that tree and he hollered, "Fly, chips, fly. Make no space. Go back to your same old place." And those wood chips went right back into that tree. Oh, made the hairy man mad. He chopped again, and the wood chips flew. And Wiley hollered, "Fly, chips, fly. Make no space. Go back to your same old place." And those wood chips went right back into that tree. Oh, I mean, he was so mad. They went at it, tooth and toenail, with the hairy man chopping and Wiley hollering, until Wiley got hoarse. When Wiley heard his hound dogs barking. And Wiley said, hey dogs, come on dogs." And them dogs started coming. Hairy man got nervous. He said, "Wiley, come on down, Wiley. Come on down. I'll teach you all about conjuring." "I can learn about conjuring from my mama." "Come on down, boy." And those dogs were getting closer and closer. Hairy man got so skinny, took off down to the swamp and was gone. Whew. When Wiley got home and told his mama how the hairy man almost got him, she said, "Wiley, did the hairy man have his sack?" "Yes, ma'am." "Well, next time you see that hairy man, you don't climb a tree, baby. You just stand right there and you say, 'Hey, hairy man.' And he'll say, 'Hey, Wiley.' And you say, 'Hairy man, I hear you about the best conjure man in this here parts.' And he'll stick out his chest, Wiley, and say, 'Reckon I am.' Then you say, 'Hairy man, I bet you can't turn yourself into no alligator.' And he will, Riley. And when he does, you say, 'Oh, hairy man, anybody can do that. But I bet you can't turn yourself into no giraffe.' And he will, Wiley. And when he does, you say, 'Oh, hairy man, anybody can turn themselves into something big. But I bet you can't turn yourself into no little old possum.' And he will, Wiley. And when he does, you grab him up, put him in a sack, you tie him up, come all the way down to the river, and you throw him in the water, and you come on home. You hear me?" Wiley said, that don't sound right. Now, Wiley, we can put that hairy man down in the dirt, if you listen to what I say." "Yeah, we put him in the dirt, and he put me in that big sack." "Now, Wiley, you do like I say. You hear me?" "Yes, ma'am." Well, the next day, there was Wiley. He was going down to the swamp to cut those poles. You're not going to believe this. He tied his hound dogs up so they wouldn't scare off the hairy man. And he was heading down to the swamps with no dogs. And he was trying to be brave. "Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little..." When he heard it, and Wiley, he wanted to climb a tree, but he didn't. He just stood there, like his mama told him, and he said, "Hey, hairy man." "Hey, Wiley." Hairy man, I hear you about the best conjure man in this here parts." Hairy man said, "Reckon I am." "Well, hairy man, I bet you can't turn yourself into no alligator." "That ain't nothing." Hairy man turned around once, twice, 3 times, and there he was, an alligator. "Oh, hairy man, that was good. Ooh. But hairy man, I bet you can't turn yourself into no giraffe." "That's easy." Hairy man turned around once, twice, 3 times, and there he was, a giraffe. "Oh, hairy man, anybody can do that. Turn themselves into something big. But hairy man, I bet you can't turn yourself into no little old possum." "Watch me." Hairy man turned around once, twice, 3 times, and there he was, a little old possum. Ha! Wiley grabbed him up, put him in a sack, tied him up, ran all the way down to the river and threw him in and headed on home. Boogity, 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 boogity. Hey, Wiley. I turned myself into the wind and I blew out of that sack. Come out of that tree, Wiley. Come on down, Wiley. Come on down, boy. Hairy man, hairy man, hairy man. I bet you can't make nothing disappear and go where nobody knows. Look at that bird's nest in that tree over there, Wiley. Look at it now. Gone. Oh, hairy man. How I know it was there in the first place? I bet you can't make nothing disappear that I know is there. Look at your shirt, Wiley. Wiley looked at his shirt. It was gone. Oh, hairy man. That was just a plain, ordinary shirt. Hairy man, I bet you can't make this rope around my britches disappear. It's conjured. My mama conjured it. I can make all the rope in this here county disappear. From now on, all the rope in this here county is gone. Wiley grabbed his britches and the rope was gone. That's when Wiley realized the rope he tied his dog up with, they were gone too. And those dogs broke loose. And Wiley hollered, hey dogs, come on dogs. And those dogs were coming. Hairy man said, come on down, Wiley. Come on down, boy. Wiley said, come on down, boy. And those dogs were getting closer and closer and closer. Hairy man got so skinny, took off down to the swamp and was gone. Woo. When Wiley got home and told his mama how the hairy man almost got him, she said, Wiley, did you put the hairy man in the sack like I told you to? Yes, ma'am. But he turned into the wind and he blew out. She said, ooh, that is bad. Now, we tricked him once. We tricked him twice. Now, if we would have tricked him 3 times, that old hairy man would go away forever and ever and never be back no more. But it's going to be hard to trick him 3 times. But let me think on it. But Wiley was thinking too about that hairy man. So Wiley, he ran to the front door and locked it. He put a big stick across the window, made a big fire in the fireplace so nothing could come down that chimney. Then he sat down to help his mama think. Then Wiley's mama said, Wiley, go outside and get me that little baby pig. Outside! Wiley, hurry up. We don't have much time. Go on now. So Wiley, he unlocked the door, ran out, got that little baby pig, brought it inside, locked the door, gave the pig to his mama. And she took that little baby pig and she put it in Wiley's bed. Not my bed, mama. Wiley, now you be quiet now. Go up to the loft and you hide and be quiet. And she put the baby pig in Wiley's bed and she covered it up. And Wiley, he was upstairs in the loft, hiding, waiting, watching, listening, waiting, watching. When he heard the dogs in the front of the house barking, Wiley looked through a hole in the front of the house and he saw a huge animal, bigger than a cow with horns, coming toward the house. And those dogs broke loose, chasing that thing. And then Wiley heard the dogs in the back of the house started barking. He looked through the back window and he saw an animal, looked like a dog, but it had a long nose with long, sharp teeth showing, heading toward the house. And those dogs broke loose and chased that thing. And Wiley, he thought, I sure hope the hairy man is not around here now. So So he just sat there waiting, listening. When he heard something on the roof, it sounded like cow feet. He just knew it was the hairy man. And then he heard him growl after he touched that hot chimney from the fire he'd built. Ooh! He was so mad when he burned his hand, he came down and jumped right down to the front door. And he said, "Open up this door. I come for your baby." And Wiley's mama said, "Well, you're not getting him. You open up this door, or I'll make 1,000 boll weevils come out of the ground and eat all your crops, and I'll dry up all your cows. You won't have any milk." "Oh, hairy man, you wouldn't do that. That's just too mean." "I'm a mean man. Now open up." And Wiley's mama, she said, "Well, hairy man, if I give you my baby, would you go away forever and ever and never come back no more and leave things just as they are?" "You got it. Now open up." And Wiley's mama, she went to the door and she unlocked it. And the hairy man walked in. He saw that baby bed. He walked over to that baby bed and he picked up that little baby. "Hey, this ain't nothing but a baby pig. Hairy man, I didn't say what kind of baby it was, but it is my baby, and I am giving it to you. So there." Oh, the hairy man was so mad. He had been tricked. He was so mad he burst out the front door, knocking over trees left and right, all the way down to the swamp. And when he got down there, he just disappeared. And soon as he was gone, Wiley's mama said, "Wiley, come on down, baby. Hairy man is gone forever and ever and won't be back no more." And Wiley came down and he and his mama laughed and laughed and laughed about how they tricked that hairy man. Not just one time, not just 2 times, but 3 times. And the next day, Wiley got his papa's hat. He was going hunting. After all, he was the man of the house now. But do you think Wiley went hunting down by the swamp that day? Wiley went the other way, 'cause you never know about that hairy man.